I got a clap.
And my first clap was better, but I
can do better. Should we take three?
No, I don't want too many claps because I feel like that's going to be more confusing for Brandon.
And more trips to the free clinic.
I mean, all of this is oh Jesus! All of this is gold content. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is the intro now. Just letting you know. You could go ahead,
no.
Germán. Go ahead.
All right, it has started. Oh God, we're in the Matrix. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Legend of Nat 1. And just so you know, I was able to guess all of the WandaVision's sitcoms references before they came out. So yeah, I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. How's everyone doing?
Doing well, I think.
I'm doing great. My cat waited for me when I went to the bathroom this morning, so I'm at the top of my game.
Aw.
My cat has separation anxiety and follows me into the bathroom.
As most good pets do. I'm coming to you live from my new recording studio. It is the Castle Cacophony, a play tent I've set up in my living room and covered in bed sheets. But the downside is that Sirius really likes the sound it makes if he comes and like throws himself at it paws first, because it's all nylon. Like, I don't know if you can hear anything. I'm trying not to touch the sides, but I am here and I am ready, and I'm ready for some D&D.
All right.
And there will be pictures and potentially videos of this new recording studio on our Discord, so make sure to check it out.
Also of the puppy.
Sirius, yes, your famed doggo of Discord notoriety, I believe, right?
Oh yes, I really, really want him to play in here because it's so cute, but I really, really want him to not play in here because he will absolutely just think that this is his playhouse and come in during a recording and mess it all up.
You love to see it, though. Did we introduce ourselves?
No, I was just gonna say.
We forgot that.
I was just gonna say, by the way, everyone, my name is Germán Rodriguez, and I will be your DM for the night. Buckle up.
I'm Shane Cherry, and my bit was gonna be like a news reporter thing, but I already blew the lead. Oh God, can we take two that? I play Sylas.
Wait, did you blow the lead or what's
Unacceptable. Keep
Who
rolling.
was
We're live.
I feel like that was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like that's gonna end up in there. Who would have thought? So who are you, Valen?
Don't throw me under the bus like that. I'm Valen Silverwind, and I was played by Pavel, and you fools, you give your last names.
I'm changing mine soon anyways. I think Megaslot is a better last name for me. Kind of like fits my personality a little bit more.
And
yeah, your last names should just be, adjectives.
I have a couple options for my intro, so I'm just gonna go through all of them. Hi, I'm Rick Anderson, and I play Quitana. I play Quitana, and if you don't know my name by now, Jujule it. I play Quitana, and you don't need to know my name. Okay, I'm done.
I enjoyed all of that. Welcome, listener, to the sloppiest intro for The Legend of Nat 1. Cue the theme music.
One of many. Oh, wow. Good theme music, huh? Well, we're back.
Oh, I love that. That song by David Yarley, everything.
There's a D in that name, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because there isn't when you say it, but I just wanted to confirm.
Damn, being dragged so early. You were not saying that to that beefy Neil that almost threw you off a window last time, were you?
I was not.
Speaking of which, we're back in the game. There is the aftermath of the fight that you just completed. The workspace or the construction line is a full-on mess. That beefy Nil threw a few tables around, ragdolled poor Valen like no tomorrow, and now it's dead. There is still 2 rooms uninvestigated, and you are all hanging out, beat up like a bunch of sad dogs in the construction room.
Oh, that's right, because we're in the this like naval base, and we're looking both for like this defensive upgrade for the community. When this giant Nil attacked us and gave me several broken bones. From what
I remember it differently.
Sheet.
I remember Sylas being ragdolled. I'm pretty okay.
I remember waking up and the monster was defeated, so I did a good job.
Yeah.
I have imposed order upon the lives of these creatures.
You know, order isn't synonymous with death, right, Quitana?
I mean, sometimes it is. In this
I
case,
think in this case it's appropriate. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. Do we have any healing capability?
I do.
We have so many cockroachy poops.
You two have been together longer than
I do have
the three of
healing
us.
capabilities, but I don't have any for you.
Yeah, that tracks.
I am also out of spell slots, so.
Should we take a short rest?
Yes.
Matter of fact, just so you know, as soon as you rest after this fight, you will be level 4 character.
Shut your mouth.
We should
let's
rest
take
now.
a rest right
Yeah,
now.
let's rest.
You have accumulated enough experience to be level 4 characters. Would you look at that?
And we're resting. Long rest time, my friends.
After a brief, I'm assuming y'all check the perimeter of the Navy base. After a brief walk around, you realize that all the rooms, the 3 rooms that were on the southern wall of the facility, are all empty now, either full of dead bodies or full of pretty much rotten out equipment and gear and supplies, except for.
Did we have time for a long rest, or was it just a short rest?
That's up to you. You can make a decision after I'm done describing what is around.
Okay.
To see if you wanted to short rest and poke around the place a little bit more, or long rest and close the doors. So except for the last room. In the last room, there is a control panel reminiscent of like a very cheesy 80s Cold War movie. Actually, think of that X-Men movie that they were like in Cuba, and there was a very dramatic scene with like never mind. It's a control panel. And in the control panel, even though it has been corroded through the years and it's all messed up and mostly rusted out, there are still some parts of it that seem to be untouched by time. One of them is a joystick that is connected to one of the counter spaces, and the knob on the top of the joystick is that of like a closed fist. And from this room, you have a very clear view of the garage door outside that opened up earlier. And from this vantage point, you can see that there are those. You saw spider webs before. You saw some sort of net in there. From this point of view, you can see that there's also large logs thrown around in there. With this information, what did you choose to do?
Was anybody else listening and not leveling up their character?
Yes, because I'm a good player, Pavel.
It sounds like I hear the shuffling of papers as you're hurriedly trying to put them away.
I don't see how that's relevant.
No, but seriously.
There was a joystick. I heard the word joystick.
Yeah, that looks like a fist. And I feel like there were some logs around. I would love to long rest and level up immediately, but I feel like we might have eliminated most of the dangers, so perhaps we just do a little short rest, look around.
Yeah. It sounds like there wasn't anything labeled defensive upgrade So, like, we're gonna need to spend a little bit of time here looking around anyway. So maybe we just short rest.
Yeah. You know, Sylas, everybody says a good defense is a strong offense, so maybe that fist is what we're looking for.
Okay.
The fist button.
Is there, like, a way to fist the faps a bit, Germán?
Wow, I was not... I did not wake up today expecting to be asked that question.
I feel like that's unusual for you, but
Yeah, actually.
God.
Yeah,
Are you
I was
okay?
gonna-
Is everything...
The moment I made that thing a fist, I regretted it. Like, I remember seeing it on paper and be like, this is gonna be a joke, isn't it? They're gonna make fun of the fist. But you actually cannot plug it in through the joystick itself. But the panel that the joystick is a part of, the panel that remain untouched by time, that one does have a dock for you to put the FAFSA bit in.
Quitana, does this look right?
Similar to what you did in the entrance with the receptionist desk. It's a very similar port.
yes, that looks...
Okay, so the last time I plugged something in randomly, a monster came and attacked us. Let's do it again. Yeah, I plugged the thing in and see what happens.
So when you plug it in,
Hello, Georgie.
you get the same options that you saw in the beginning. Pretty much grants you control of doors and lighting throughout the facility, and there are 2 extra choices in the bottom.
Reformat my FAFSA a bit, delete all of our progress.
No. One of them is hand lift. The other one just says emergency lockdown.
So this emergency lockdown one will either give protocols for an emergency lockdown that we can send back to the community, or trap us inside here forever. So what are we thinking?
Isn't there a hole in a ceiling somewhere that we can escape through?
I also have a unique technique for opening entrances or exits where there are none.
Okay,
I trust Quitana.
that sounds like we are surprisingly okay with potentially being trapped forever. Let's hit that button and see if it's see what happens if like it's got information as opposed to just straight up.
Wait, so you're doing the lockdown button, right?
Maybe,
Yeah, I wanna-
Maybe we save that for...
Like, is there a
On second
right-click
thought.
option?
No, that's fair. So when you press it, you feel the earth beneath you start to like rumble, and from the window that you are looking out of, you see a very thin wall of stone shoot up from the ground and kind of like blanket the building entirely, except for like a few peeping spots that are right on the window that you are standing in front of. So pretty much make an Arcana check, whoever is paying attention to this event.
I am trained in Arcana, so don't mind if I do.
I'm not trained, but I cheat. But not well.
I'm not trained, but I got a 6.
That's a 19 for me total. Oh no, I'm sorry. 18 for me total.
Yeah, I had a 7.
This seems like strange heretic magic. We should not trust it.
Valen, you get a very strong feeling that this is some sort of stone shape effect. Stone shape is it's a somewhat high level spell that lets you manipulate the shape and consistency of stone, and this feels like it's what's going on here, but at a very precise way it's being used. It's not just like a random spell, it's like someone set this up to happen this way.
Okay, so I was gonna ask if I got the sense that it was coming as a result of something we did and not somebody else's interference, right?
Oh yeah, that was directly related to the emergency shutdown button.
Is that like a program we can copy onto our bits or the community?
I'm confused. Was that Quitana asking the group, or that was Rick asking me?
Yes.
I'm gonna respond as a DM first, and I will say yes. But from the 3 of you, I think Quitana will be the one with the most experience dealing with this. And unfortunately, Quitana never had to do this kind of task. However, she knows more or less how it works. Someone will have to make an intelligence check with the FAFSA bit to attempt to store that information in a compact way.
Are any of us intelligence-based?
Nope.
If one of you has proficiency with a set of tools that applies, you might be able to use it here.
I mean, I can play the piano and that has keys, but I think that's about as close as I'm getting.
I have glass blowers tools. I think that can apply.
I have a disguise and the forgery kit.
I'm hearing
Well-
a lot of no's here.
Those are all maybes. If you manage a way to tell me how you use those tools to your benefit here.
Sure, I
you're
start
able
a
to do so.
fire in the control panel and begin to melt sand.
Quitana, why don't...
Very creative approach. I love it. Let's leave it as a maybe.
Quitana, why don't you use your forgery skills to add some fake credentials here? And I don't know if that will work or not, but I do know that I can encourage you.
I can attempt this, but quite honestly, I have better results if I just beat the people I need to convince.
Okay. Well, in that case, you want to hit me with some guidance, or a bless? I don't know.
Oh yes, I can give you some guidance, absolutely.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate your intelligence, Quitana and Sylas? Mine's at about a 0.
Mine is 12 out of 20. I don't know how that goes out of 5.
So probably like a 1.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I like to think that I'm a little smart, but yeah, about a 1 out of 5.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, good luck, you two.
All right, we'll go for it.
Is a help action applicable? Does somebody want to like look
Yeah,
over my
so-
shoulder and
We're gonna say that Quitana is using her forgery kit to find a way to make you a fake ID, like a fake FAFSN ID, right? So she's using her forgery kit knowledge, giving you an account, giving you a account with the FAFSN army. Because before you were just using the account of Marjorie, the poor lady you murdered before. So now you have your very own FAFSN ID.
I would like to point out that I unfortunately had to write you up. We've talked about this, and your armor was a little bit scuffed this morning. It's nothing personal, you're still part of the group. Just, be aware and fix it, because, I do have to pay attention to these things. So that is a note on your account.
Quitana, this
roll-
Marjorie account is fully blocked. You revoked all privileges. It can't even. You took away emojis, Quitana. Emojis, you monster.
Emojis are not, a right. They are a privilege. You must earn it, so...
Wow, this is the most I have ever seen you stand up for yourself, Sylas, and the fact that it's over emojis makes me question everything.
How will you know how I feel if you can't see that I'm laughing? This is terrible. I just found out there was this peach emoji there, and I learned what a peach was specifically for the emoji. Now, people were using it in some very strange ways, but I was really excited to try it out.
Listen, good Inquisitors use neither eggplant nor peach emojis. They are ungodly and for the heretics. So, Valen, I guess that's your thing.
Actually, Quitana, I want you to roll a forgery kit using, let's say, your wisdom plus your proficiency, because you're proficient with it. To see the quality of the fake identity we created. Something high gets you a passport and a driving license. Something small gets you McLovin.
That's an 18 total.
Can I give Quitana advantage by telling her all of Marjorie's inner secrets, whispering them into her ear? No. You have to remember, if you're making the Marjorie account, she had this little limp in her leg from when she was injured as a kid. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. This is just where I found my character, okay?
Right. She was weak of body for her injury and weak of mind for not overcoming her injury. Alright, got it.
Okay, so now, Sylas, after being given your official ID number and email and a fidelity account number, we get to roll the intelligence check with advantage and a d4 from guidance, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Correct.
Let's try to get some of this sweet, sweet dice rattling. 13, 15, and you said you add in intelligence is 16. Yeah, 16 I think is my final number.
All right, with a 16, you managed to not only download the emergency shutdown software into your paths a bit, also the hand lift comes down with you, and you see the little doggy with the cute little outfit pops up, and now it's driving a, what are these things called? Is it that they have like a claw? They're like a giant vehicle that construction workers use.
Georgie.
Oh,
I failed up. What?
I think it's a wildcat.
What is this new thing you can do?
Woohoo! Would you look at this? You just provided me with this very awesome new tool. Want to see? And from the FAFSA a bit, out comes a giant hand, and you can choose where it's placed in the map. Somewhere up to near you, so up to 50 feet away from you.
So when we're talking giant hand, we're talking like it takes a square?
It takes a 5 foot
like
square, yes. It takes a 5 foot square.
I try to like pick up a chair.
So the hand goes over and grabs a chair and lifts it, but not very gently. You can see that it's not meant to be delicate. And what this is that your FAFSA bit now has a special feature. It's called the hand lift. Pretty much while it's active, up to 1 minute per day, it will be able to, as an action, use any of the, what is it called? Excavator. Yeah, little doggy is riding an excavator. So once per turn as an action, you may perform one of the activities that a Big B's hand will be able to perform. Big B's hand is a 5th level spell, and the 3 actions are 1, pushback, 2, grab, 3, slap, and 4 is defend. So the hand can be between you and an opponent at all times, giving you a big bonus to armor. The hand can grapple someone, slap them for damage, or push them away for a pushback effect.
So just to be clear, you gave us a giant hand and didn't expect fisting jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you put it that way, I feel that I could have done better at that.
Could have thought that one out a little better.
Yeah. Oh well. Let the fisting begin.
Now fisting jokes are just a part of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this seems extremely exploitable and super helpful at stopping me from being stabbed again. Yeah, what's next? Weren't we, I guess I send Hank a message being like, hey, did you get that update? And why don't we rest while we wait for a response?
Yeah.
And then we're taking a boat to Carib, right?
Yeah, we need to get to the coast so that I can signal my crew.
How long will it take your crew to arrive?
So what we had discussed was that I would send up a flare around midnight when they would be kind of sailing along the coastline, so it should be fairly quick for them to get to us once the flare is up.
Alright, so we just go rest on the beach and call them when it's time.
Sounds good to me. Oh man, I'm so excited for you all to see Carib. I know we just met and, there's not maybe a strong bond between us, but I feel like we're getting there, and I'm very excited for you all to see my home.
I'm also very excited to see your home, Valen. It's gonna be really wild, which Sylas says as he is sitting back, relaxing in a floating hand.
So if you want the hand to carry you, it's gonna have to squish you first.
Oh no! Ow! This is not a habit.
Oh god, Sylas, no!
I did mention it's not gentle, it's very rough.
Hand go away!
To be honest, I feel like the hand is better this way.
Oh no, Sylas, the hand's not going away. Valen is frantically trying to pull a thumb off of him. Quitana, get in here, help me!
No. Let Sylas learn the consequences of his actions.
He can't learn if he's dead!
Quitana, help! If we're going to get fisted, we should do it as a group.
It's such a thing as spiritual learning.
Valen is now immediately standing next to Quitana. No, Quitana has a point. Sylas, this seems like your journey.
Sometimes you must let the babies cry themselves to sleep. This is no different.
So before we head down to the beach, anything else you guys wanted to do here?
So can we have officially long rested?
Yes, you are level 4 now. Oh, actually, anyone wants to share any exciting stuff that happens at level 4 for them?
I mean, I'm a spellcaster, so give me a minute, but yes, always.
Well, I bumped my charisma up to 20, and I took a new cantrip and a new spell.
Did anyone pick any fire magic now?
So I was
Probably
actually struggling between...
Do we need to?
Green Flame Blade and Booming Blade.
Ooh. I always like Green Flame better than Booming. That's just me.
My only concern is it's good for, when there's multiple targets, while Booming is good for 1v1, and I'm kind of building Valen for a 1v1 type of character. So, just a little peek behind the player screen. Is that? That's nothing. No, that's nothing. I apologize.
Quitana, did you get a feat or wisdom up?
Wisdom up, because that's what I don't like about 5e a little bit. Is like, especially at 4th level, it's pretty much always like, no, it's just better for me to get my modifier up. So yeah, I'm wisdom 20 now. I burst out at the 10th. I have been given a revelation, and I have received wisdom from my god. All of you are unorderly beings, and you must repent.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the revelation.
So nothing changed. Gotcha.
Oh yes, but like this time, instead of like, oh, you all are heretics and you should repent. Now it's like, you are heretics and you should repent.
Quitana, there's a part of me that worries that you don't actually know what wisdom is. Are you okay? Is everything okay, Quitana?
I'm sorry. What is your wisdom score, Valen?
Oh, do you need me to cast Zone of Truth? Is this when we're doing our talk back and checking in on everything? Because I'm happy to do that.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's derail the entire game session and cast Zone of Truth and talk about our feelings for a good 20 minutes.
You know what? Group therapy is a wonderful thing.
Seriously.
It is necessary in all reality.
Checking in on your friend's mental health and your own mental health can be an important step in mindfulness and metacognition that will help you become the kind of person that you want to be.
Is it good podcasting listening? We don't know, but here we are.
Let us know in the comments below.
Well, so for Sylas's part, I think both of you are strong enough combatants and notice, I don't want to say military types, but like as a pirate, Valen would have significant weapons training too.
Mm-hmm.
And you've noticed Sylas is, his grip on his left-hand weapon seems much stronger, and it looks like he's figured out how to handle it a little bit better.
Nice. Looks like all that training is paying off, huh, Sylas?
Yeah, training. I definitely wouldn't refer to it as flailing about until I got it right.
That's all training really is.
All right. All right, so we leveled up. We had group therapy. We regretted some shopping things that we have done in life. And
we're not done.
Are we heading out to the beach?
Yes. For your reference, Gato, I took Word of Radiance and as a cantrip, and then prepared Aid and Lesser Resto for my new spells.
Nice.
Just so you know.
Very support oriented. I was not expecting that from you.
No. Remember, when I cast something on an ally, it makes them attack. So it's less support and more attack with more steps.
Beautiful.
Love it. All right, so then let's head out to the beach, and before we get there, let's take a little break. Not a commercial one, unfortunately. Welcome back! Oh, what a great break. I feel so relaxed, so limber. I ran a mile and I did a few minutes of yoga, because gotta stay in good physical health for podcasting.
Yeah.
I got a master's degree and got my pilot's license and my sailing license while we were on break.
That's awesome.
I had a really nice poop.
Yeah, I finished leveling up my character, which is exactly on par as achievement as with Pavel's new pilot's license.
And my good poop. Don't forget that.
And the good poop.
Your good poop is clearly a superior achievement.
You know what? You're right. Honestly.
Yeah.
Everybody get a bidet. I mean you listeners. It's gonna change your life. You don't understand until you get one. Just get one.
You know what? We should get a what is it called?
Bidet sponsorship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should reach out to Tushy, be like, hey, you want to be on a podcast with a handful of listeners?
Honestly, I'd be a great spokesperson, so.
Yeah, you would be. It's fantastic. Look at.
Well, what matters is that you love the product.
Exactly.
So as you guys leave the military facility, you walk by the open floor door that you encountered before. Looking down, you see that this is some sort of chute where completed pieces of the boats were put there to be shut all the way down to water level. It's a very wide and deep cavity in the floor itself, and from the top you can see a bunch of those worms that you encountered on the road, the ones that had the logs as a shell that eventually turned into moths. You see a bunch of them pretty much just clinging from the sides of this rectangular shaped opening, and it seems like this is where they come to nest. And in the distance, far below, you hear some people pretty much just chopping away at the wood that just falls down on its own eventually. And you can hear and see some people down there just chopping away.
Chopping wood for the worm thing?
I was going to suggest before we leave that we continue looting this place and see if there's any clockstridge oil around, but those are people, right? Like, we haven't seen people in a while, so I'm kind of more interested in that now.
Yes, we must introduce ourselves immediately.
Good
Yeah, I
catch,
guess.
Quitana.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
So, Germán, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So does it look safe to jump down and say hi to the people that way, or should we just take the stairs?
Taking the stairs seems like a more reasonable plan because the opening itself is about 80 feet in length and it goes down a few hundred feet. And it's like clustered with a bunch of the cocooning moths. And you get the idea that what happens is once the moths pop out, the remaining logs fall to the bottom of the pit, and that's what the people are collecting down there.
I
Okay.
see why you asked about the fire now.
Yeah. So we would have pachinkoed down and died terribly. Okay, stairs it is.
Always a good idea.
As you arrive at the base, again, this is very close to the coastline, so you can already start smelling that delicious, fresh, salty water smell in the air. And you meet a group of very rough-looking, leathery-skinned people, kind of filing out of the opening at the base of the tunnel. They're like, "Well, hello there, folk. What brings you out here?"
Hello, I am Sylas Cantor, and these are my friends and compatriots, Quitana and Valen. We're on our way to Carib, just hitching a ride on Valen's boat and passing through. It's good to meet you.
Well, if that ain't a long ride. My name is Flick. There's my wife, Chic, and my two kids, Rick and Dick.
Your naming is quite creative, and of course you care for your children, so I would like to assure you we have no plans for subjugation or enslavement.
Well, I called them Little Richard. I don't have to find a way to put them apart. So Rick and Dickerus.
That makes sense.
And were you stopping by to buy some wood? We got some process if you need it.
I might take you up on that offer. Once we meet up with my crew, I'll see if we need any supplies, and it's possible that we can.
Not a problem. Just let us know, because we're leaving tomorrow at dawn over to the granary. Gotta go get some supplies out there.
Oh, what sort of supplies?
Well, flour, some milk, and some of them dried fruits.
And what? So you specifically are in the lumber trade, Flick?
Well, yeah, you know what? Me and my sons, and he pointed at his two, stupidly muscular young sons, is like, we just came out here one time and we saw some people messing around and they were not doing a good job, so we kind of pushed them away from the business and took over, and it's been great. We have been providing a steady supply of Himbo sons and wood to the granary. Yeah, they call themselves the Himbos. I'm not sure what that word means, but the girls love it.
You seem to have the same type of business acumen as Quitana was taught with.
Oh yes, no, everything he says has been quite sound so far.
I'd like to congratulate you on your dummy-thick sons.
And your domination.
Well, thank you. We sometimes eat the worms that don't make it all the way up. A lot of protein in them worms.
If you're heading to the granary, could you pass a message on to Professor Fleming for us? Basically, hi, and we're still alive.
Well, I'm sure he'll love to hear that. You want to put it on paper, or you want to trust my memory?
I mean, it's 2 sentences, but yeah, I'll write something down.
Yeah, probably paper, Sylas, right? Maybe sign it, because a random message saying, hi, we're alive, might
be a threat.
Well, yes, actually.
Don't worry, I got it. I just pass him a paper that says, we live, in all caps.
I add to it, with love, Sylas, Valen, and Quitana.
I don't know who this person is, but yes, I love them.
I do not
Could I just
love
clarify,
these people.
Flick, was the name of your company Himbo Sons and Wood?
Well, not the name of the company, just what we're good at. We're good at Himbos and we're good at wood.
What is a Himbo, sir?
One of the sons comes out and is like, the Himbo is a male bimbo, a himbo. Where the bimbo is with the mole, and they do belly pump.
What? That's a thing? Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh. Well, congratulations.
It is good that you can be so
Yeah,
confident about your obvious deficiencies.
Oh,
What?
Quitana.
It was a compliment.
Right. Deficiencies.
They're beautiful young men.
None of us are jealous of that freedom.
Yes. What?
And the dad goes, no, you stop it there. No slut shaming my boys, okay? My boys, they have earned the right to call themselves Himbos. How dare you?
Yeah, Quitana, lay off.
It was a compliment.
I don't know. Sir, I'd like to apologize for the behavior of my traveling companion, and I think that some of my crew will absolutely be coming around to sample your wood and bows.
Well, that'll be my pleasure. I'll be here till tomorrow at dawn.
And where specifically?
And you see, the closer you get to where the opening to the tunnel is, they have built kind of like a makeshift shop on the out, right next to the open.
Okay.
And they have a few little shacks, and there's wood piled up and cut in either blocks, slabs, or firewood.
Can I say that in my travels, I have been keeping a map of the land?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'd like to mark the naval base and then the location of their camp
Okay.
on that map.
All right, sounds good. You know what? We might be able to give you a map soon to keep track of. Everyone listening, stay tuned.
Now, Valen, are we close enough out to the coast that you can signal to your crew?
Now, DM, are we close enough out to the coast that we can signal to my crew?
So earlier I mentioned that you were close enough that you could smell the water. and after about an hour and a half of traveling, you make it to the shore. The shore is deserted except for a few large rocks and, pieces of shipwrecks. Nothing large enough to warrant a search, but big enough that you can see them out in the sand.
Do I see a rowboat anywhere?
No rowboats in the vicinity.
So these are ships. I was told that they're supposed to float.
These are what's left of ships.
Oh.
As Quitana might say, these ships have failed in their primary purpose and have been retired.
They've been repurposed, given new life and new order after they failed miserably in their first purpose.
I suppose driftwood is a kind of purpose.
Are these like shipwrecks littered with like FAFSA symbols or are they? I guess the other big one would be maybe Malaran at this point.
No, they just look like old shipwrecks. Nothing looks
okay.
And it's so it's been so like passed down by the water that you cannot see any symbols or any signs.
Oh, which reminds me. Oh God! Oh. Did you guys know you can't drink this water? It's so salty.
I think if you went to go drink it, I would have slapped it out of your hands. But
No, Valen, remember, he must learn. Let him make his own mistakes.
Nobody told me there was salt in the water. What kind of terrible world do we live in?
oh, also, in case this comes up, you can't breathe underwater, Sylas.
Okay, that one I knew. I've taken baths before.
Okay, I don't know with you anymore. So
Flashback to Shane drowning in the tub.
Flashback to somebody trying to drown
The second I
Shane
said it,
in the
I knew
tub.
it was coming.
Okay, so I guess let's we'll make camp and wait for midnight, and I can signal my crew.
All right, do you want to describe what the signal is, or?
Yeah, so I think that what we had talked about before was creating a minor illusion of like a purple flare that I would send up, because minor illusion is 30 feet, so it's just like at midnight a flare moves from my hand 30 feet up over and over, just this like purple flare. However, I would like to do it so that there is like rock to my back, so that I'm not also signaling to anybody on the mainland.
Sounds fair. And a few hours later, Pavel, would you like to do us the honor and describe your ship?
Oh boy, I wish I had something prepared for this.
Wait.
Yes.
All right, so a galley about 40 feet long by 20 and some feet wide, with 2 large sails and a collection of shields with glass appliques on them that twinkle in the middle. With the moonlight swims up to close to the shore, and 2 little
Skiffs?
2 little skiffs are roped down, and 2 crewmen in each make it to the shore. They're like, "Captain, glad to see you're well." And they look around and it's like, "Seems like your mission was a success. We are happy to welcome you back."
Do I see Mevi or Xander?
No, these are just 4 of the nondescript supporters. I mean,
Oh no, my friend, they are all
I know,
descript.
I know they're all
one-eared.
named. Okay.
One-eared, Butcher, Confidence. Good to see you. This is Sylas and Quitana, and I motion to the 2 of them, and I say they'll be joining us for the remainder of our voyage, and hopefully helping us claim what is rightfully ours.
Yes, welcome to the Inquisition. There will be several new rules we'll be putting into effect. I'll give you all a written form later, so don't worry about memorizing it now. Yes, we are very fortunate to have Valen join my Inquisition and have you all be under him as a result. So welcome aboard.
Quitana suffered a blow to the head. You can pretty much ignore everything she says.
Several blows to the head, but it has not reduced my capabilities because I am not weak.
The 4 of them like do very loud blinks, like blink, 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 and nod and shrug, and they give Valen a knowing look that, like, whatever the captain says goes.
And I'm Sylas. It's nice to meet you. I look normal by comparison.
Well, after you. No, after me. And I get on the skiff.
All right, so so 4 people on each skiff, 2 crewmen and 2 of you. You guys get paddle up to the boat proper, and as you ascend the rope ladder, you are faced with a very statuesque person there. It looks like a Goliath has made themselves interposed the way between you getting off the rope and getting into the boat. They are sitting cross-legged behind a very elaborate altar. The altar is kind of like knee-high, and it is, this is a very fun word that I just learned about today, it is a nonagon, a 9-sided polygon. And on 3 of the sides, the ones that are facing her, are smooth and very, very shiny. The other 6 have spikes on them. The spikes are all blood red, and the top of the altar itself is very, very white, with a bunch of black oily dots, kind of like creating runes and symbols on it. And there's candles and a bunch of rocks on top of it. And when everyone comes up the rope, and are all pretty much forced to face her directly, she says, "Welcome back to the ship, Master. Maybe is happy to see you again."
Valen will do a short bow, letting his cloak kind of drape over his shoulders, and he'll say, "Sings, Your Honor."
And she bows and says, "Zed," and waves you in. And she gives everyone else a weird look.
I give her a weird look back.
Valen, is that a code word? Like, do we all need the password?
And Valen will kind of give Sylas a nod.
Sings, Your Honor?
Zed, and she lets you in.
Oh, okay.
This is starting to feel like some heretic ritual.
What you may call a ritual, we call tradition. If you want
Yes.
to step into my boat, you must be blessed by me, the boat's priestess.
Who do you serve?
I serve everything and nothing. In other words, my people don't follow religion the way yours do. We follow the elements of the universe that we feel attuned with, and in this case, it's the raw power of law.
Valen, you did not tell me we would be dealing with heretics. Like, there's a lot of heresy I've turned a blind eye to so far, but this is a new level.
Valen will wince and look away.
She said law. That seems up your alley.
This is true. Speak to me more of this law.
And she kind of gives Valen a look and sighs, and she pats the altar table, and the altar table becomes this. Look at the private chat, because I'm very excited to show this.
The listeners at home will be making this available to you on our Discord.
It becomes a giant spider that looks like this. And
Oh my god.
the giant spider kind of like, when it stands up on its front legs, you can see that all the dots in the back kind of like paint out like a skull head, like the head of a skull.
Heretic, burn it, burn it!
Valen will slap Sylas in the back of the head.
I mean, I did draw my weapon.
Leave Prism alone. Prism, you're welcome to leave now. I must teach this outsiders. And she starts telling you that... let me just do it in her voice. I kind of like her voice. I come from a people who highly value tradition, rituals, and what some of you may call superstitious. Nonsense for us is the law of the land.
Well, I'm very sorry. I was just caught by surprise by the structure of of this altar turning into a spider. I promise not to be weird about it. And if Quitana really can't be on the boat, we'll just put her in one of those smaller boats and like tie a rope on it or something. I think that'll be fine.
We have accommodations in place for people like that. And she points towards like a fishing net that has a few old blankets in it.
Actually, I'd like to say that so you know how on the prow of the ship there's usually like a statue? Mm-hmm. So the statue on the carving on this ship is a raven in flight with its wings spread and its talons in a position as though they are picking something up, kind of like in a crescent moon shape. And we tie people to the talons.
Charming.
Is this a threat?
Is the only way we can bypass the rituals in place.
I was asking Valen.
Quitana, much like your Inquisition has rules, the rules of this ship are sacred. And
what are these rules? I have heard only threats.
The rule is to respect the priestess of the ship and offer a greeting.
Hello, priestess.
The greeting that both Sylas and I gave.
You look rather damp. That's a greeting. What greeting are we giving again?
Yeah, I definitely didn't forget it already.
Sings your honor.
Dings?
Sings your honor.
Dings, priestess.
She rolls her eyes and she says, "That will do for now. You are blessed." And she waves at you and like storms off. Not doesn't storm off, but she kind of like thrudges away, making a lot of
damp sounds.
Rock on rock grinding noises. Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, Quitana, when she blessed us, nobody got hit, and I know you do like that part.
I do.
As she's kind of making her way away from us, I ask her, and Xander?
The moment you say his name,
Their name.
I'm sorry. The moment you said their name, I did write down non-binary, and I fucked up with pronouns. God damn it.
It'd be that way.
As soon as you say Xander's name, they hop down from one of the masses like, aha! I was just waiting to be called. And everyone sees a black and white Aracocra with teal colored like feathers in the back of their head. And what you can see of their arms and hands, also like the feathers there have a little like teal tip. It's back. We're back in the 2000s, and well, no, this is not a frosted tip situation. This is
Xander, good to see you. Has everything gone well in my absence?
Well, yes. I mean, we had a few incidents with a swarm of crabs, kind of, but not a big deal. Nothing we couldn't take care of.
All right, good to hear. And I take out the map and I say, there is a Himbo and wood camp not too far away in case any of the crew... Well, there's only 2 of them, but I'm sure they're pretty large. They could entertain several at once.
A few of the sailors kind of looked up. Himbos, you say, huh?
Yeah. And there's also a naval base, and I'll show where it is, and I'll say with some materials that we could scavenge ourselves. But I was also thinking this might be a facility that's worth claiming at some point. So it's something we should look out for once we have a few more ships under our banner.
Sanders says, "Well, Captain, I would advise against taking over a facility in enemy territory, as we don't have much of a presence out here. But I trust your wisdom, and if you think it's a good plan, I will go with it."
Once we have some ships under our banner.
Yeah, well, and we don't want to do anything that's going to displace those nice himbos.
Well, they have a camp off to the side. I'm talking about the base that's filled with giant moths that we would need to take care of.
I would just like to point out that when I say we should take something over, it's, oh, stop being so ridiculous. You are so forceful, Quitana. Don't do this. But when Valen does it, it's like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I guess it's fine. I'm just pointing out the different.
In response to that, Sander puts an elbow on Valen's shoulder, like, well, maybe you should get a charming, fantastic first mate who will support all of your decisions. That really helps.
Yes, Valen is like the Inquisition's version of a first mate.
I'll put an arm around Xander and I'll say, let's get a drink.
A drink! And then home, and everyone kind of like stops on their tracks to see what you say.
And I'll look at the crew and I'll pause for dramatic effect, and then I'll say, home.
Home it is! And everyone like throws a cheer, and like, you can see the mood change immediately because y'all have been out on the sea for a while.
We're the Silver Talons, and welcome aboard the Raven's Call.
Cue the pirate shanty, because that's the end of the episode. We travel out to sea to go back home.
We're off to Carib, plus or minus a little bit of time with some himbos.
Indeed. Gotta let the crew relax. Gotta have shore leave.
Indeed.
It's okay. Everybody work on your himbo jokes.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening in. Once again, my name is Germán Rodriguez, and I was your DM for today. Thank you so much for sticking around.
I'm Shane. I play Sylas Cantor, and look forward to more adventures in not knowing what shit is.
My name is Valen, and I was voiced by Pavel, and I'm excited to be king of the pirates, I guess.
I voiced Quitana. My name is Rick, and I can't wait to overthrow Valen as king of the pirates.
Perfect.
Check out our Discord, check out our Patreon. We love you very much, and good night if you're listening at night.
And subscribe to our Patreon so that we can improve the quality of Shane's recording.
Yes, please.
We're gonna get him an outdoors tent for the next upgrade.
Oh, I love this thing. This thing worked out so nice. Like, it's a little hot in here, but other than that, I'm fine with it. During the summer months, we're going to record, and I'll just be here shirtless and sweltering and feeling my outs.
So we will definitely need to upgrade your recording setup so we can get a camera in there, because that is Patreon content for sure.
Oh, yeah. Rest assured, we are definitely doing a Hunks of Nat 1 calendar. I look forward to it.
I am so down. Oh my god, I'm so ready.
Jesus.
Remember, if you like our podcast and enjoy our content, make sure to check us out on Discord.
There's a link in our show notes.
The Legend of Nat 1 theme is by David Yardley. You can find more of his work at davidyardleymusic.com. That's Yardley spelled Yardley.
Logo by Ben Thwaite.
You can follow us on our socials. The Legend of Nat 1 on Facebook and Nat 1 Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
That is Nat, the number 1 pod.
And if you really like our content, you can throw us $1 on Patreon, Nat 1 Pod.
Email us at legendofnat1@gmail.com to give us feedback, suggestions, or criticisms that will haunt us for the rest of our days.
The majority of our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and the license is provided by incompetech.filmmusic.io.
Valen decided he needed his own theme music. You can find Pirates of the Quarantine by Alexander Nakarada, and the license is provided by filmmusic.io.
I love that. That is loved by me.
It seems a bit biased about your love.
Our amazing editing is done by the incomparable Brandon Lee,
Also known affectionately as Pooh Bear.
with assistance by Shane Cherry.
Hey, that's me.
And if you didn't like our content, again, we are The Adventure Zone.
That's some gay history right there, because that is a staple drag queen joke.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.